Greetings, everyone, from Staying in the Light Radio. We're going to talk about this 14th Amendment because everybody I listen to don't know what the heck they talking about. You know, what the present administration is doing, in my opinion, what it looks like he's doing, is he's putting these 14th Amendment people under the jurisdiction of the United States. Meaning what? Meaning you were already slaves under the 14th Amendment. And property. And now you're going to be made citizens, meaning what? Meaning you have no rights at all. You don't have access to the Constitution now. You have no access to your private rights. You're made public property. In fact, now this is my understanding. Do your own research. This is all my understanding, so it may be 100% wrong. So don't believe me. On the Dred Scott decision, it was said that Dred Scott had no rights because he didn't come under the 14th Amendment. Plaintiff error. He came in as a black man, meaning you don't have no rights. Negro, colored, all that. But was that a bad thing? Not really, because it recognized his privacy rights, which he held as a Moor. Even though he didn't know how to use them, he had privacy rights as a Moor. And the United States had no jurisdiction over that. So even in his ignorance of coming in with the improper name, it preserved our privacy as Moors. Now what the administration is doing, they're saying, we're not going to preserve your rights as Moors under the 14th Amendment. We're going to recognize you as being in the jurisdiction. So that way you have no access to your privacy rights as Moors, if you're not one already. Now, if you already have declared your nationality, it doesn't apply to you. By the stroke of a pen, it appears he's saying, if you haven't declared your nationality, it's too late. You are back into the jurisdiction as slaves, public property. So I can do with you what I want because we recognize you now as Africans. So I had to destroy that 14th Amendment protection to now make you illegal aliens. And all that's for the purpose of exporting you back to Africa, since you my take on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, if you haven't studied, you don't know what I'm talking about. You should have nothing. You have little to say if you haven't studied these concepts I'm speaking about. You have to read the Constitution. You have to know the difference between public and private. You have to know what Drew Ali said about we didn't need the 14th Amendment because we come under the Constitution as Moorish subjects to the Sultan. But if that right is revoked and you are placed under the jurisdiction of the USA, then there's no way out for you. So it's going to take a little while for people to really get this and for this to be implemented. But in the meantime, check out the teachings of Moorish Science Temple. I think that's your only way out. This is how Muhammad Ali got back. This is how Al Hajj Al Malik Shabazz got back into the country. The same thing with any other great leader we have. They had to have their Moorish identity intact. Well, that's it. That's all I have for now. Peace to the Moors, Islam, and honor to you all who are honorable. And those who don't know what they're talking about, I hope this helps you understand the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment has never been our friend. It made you corporate slaves, but because you didn't come under jurisdiction, you still had the protection of your Moorish identity to be private. So now, being placed under the jurisdiction overruling the Dred Scott decision, hey, we're making you a full-time slave now. And there's no way out. In other words, if you haven't declared your nationality now, or don't do it soon, we might send you back to Africa because they did it before. Look at the American Decolonization Society. Yeah, he said Abraham Lincoln said you're not going to be comfortable in this environment, being ruled by white people. So we're going to give you an opportunity to go back to Africa. Now, how many of y'all can trace your ancestry to Africa? The only way you can be a part of Africa is through the Moorish Empire as Moorish subjects. And I'm proud to say my grandfather told me of my roots in North Africa. Tans, what is it? Yeah. So that's it for now. Peace to the gods who know you who you are.